you go in knowing that, okay, this is part two. I figured it was gonna do this. That's all right. But you go in knowing that sooner or later you're gonna have to deal with that anti-black vitriol, that anti-Israelite vitriol among the nations. But for some odd reason, though, the fact that these motherfuckers, when you finally see who and what these motherfuckers are and what it is that they actually engage in, it really lightens the blow of racism, of tribalism, of anti-black vitriol. The fact that these motherfuckers can't stand your ass for if or whatever reason. Cause I'm like, you're like, so look at what you do. You resort to you got all kinds of Ponzi schemes. You got access to the IT field. You got that shit locked, stocked, and barrel into what avails, so that you can have access to this shit, so that you can furthermore set people up the way you setting, like the way your family members back in India setting motherfuckers up. See, I told y'all that I'm willing to be Moses' replacement, Moses McCormick's replacement. I told y'all that. And I don't know how aware Moses was of this planet, because like I said, he was a polyglot. He spoke a lot of languages. He would just go up to random motherfuckers and just start dialoguing with them in their language. Unfortunately, I've been given a different deck of cards. And it's not that I mind doing shit like that, going up to people and speaking. I just know where I stand with these motherfuckers. I just know where I stand with them. And I'm not so naive. If there ever was a time where I was naive, I'm not so naive to think that everybody's my friend and everybody's going to be happy to see me speaking in their language, because they're not. Like I said, I can't out foreign language racism and tribalism. There's nothing I can do about that shit. All I can do is acknowledge the fact that it exists and do what I can, make my little chess moves to make sure I undermine that shit. The way I undermined this motherfucker, who, in turn undermined me, because I made some serious blunders, but at least I didn't get checkmated. Yeah, you came real close to the checkmate. But you didn't get it. You took down a lot of my major pieces. Like I said, I admit that shit. I fucked up real bad. There's no denying that. Thing is though, I'll recover from this. And when I do, when I'm done licking my wounds, I promise you there will be hell to pay for this bullshit. I will find a way to punish you for this. And here's the thing though. For all the schemers out there who were part of this, who were in on it, who were involved in it which or whatever way, you individually may have gotten away with it. But again, you're dealing with somebody who knows your culture, who knows your languages. I have access to them shits. And it seems to me, because I was having a conversation with this guy at the gym about this, and I was telling him about this. It would seem to me that all these languages that I'm acquiring and I'm trying to share to the world and trying to do, kind of like I was trying to be on some Moses McCormick type shit where I'm just conversing with people, they're clearly not for you. The gift isn't for you. The gift is for me and for anyone else who wants to learn. That's clearly who it's for. You're telling me it's for me. Because we leave it up to you. Are you going to teach anybody Malayalam? Well, I'm not from Malayalam. I'm from Mumbai. Okay, are you going to teach anybody Marathi? No. You're clearly not equipped to do that. Sure, you can probably speak Marathi and Hindi and Malayalam and Tamil and Telugu and whichever other languages. I mean, not just Indians, like I said, Korean. I mean, we can go to Korean, Arabic, Russian, Thai. You got a leg up on me. Of course you do. You're from those countries. But let me ask you this. Why isn't, and I know I'm kind of running on a tangent, but why is it that nothing has been put in place to put people on an even playing field as far as acquiring your language? So that we're not all just lost in translation when, the American has to deal with the Russian or the Russian has to deal with the American or vice versa. Or when the Russian has to deal with the Thai, or the Thai has to deal with the Korean, or the Korean has to deal with the Indian. Why is there nothing in place for that? But yet, all this STEM, all this IT shit that I myself am going to learn one day. Because after I graduate with my bachelor's in comp science, I plan to go back, for a master's in cybersecurity. So all this bullshit there's going to be a time when I catch on to all this shit. And I'll probably really be like, you motherfuckers ain't shit. I'm like, you took all this info in your comp science training and your cybersecurity training in your information systems training, all this digital shit, all this techno shit, just so that you can create Ponzi schemes. You're a disgrace to your own people, is what I'm here to tell you. And that's some shit. You can blame this American way of life. You can do that shit all you want to. Y'all do that shit in your own home country, so you can miss me with that shit. Y'all a fucking disgrace. And like I said, when I do recover from this, and which ain't gonna take long, because like I said, you didn't get all my money, and you didn't get a hold of my bank account. And when my new bank card comes in, I'm gonna cancel that shit, because we know, like, identity theft, identity fraud, or whatever, credit card fraud is real. You're the prime proof of that, and you are the face of that. While this country tries to make me the face of criminality, it's not me, it's you. You're the face of criminality. Real criminality, not this low level, let me steal some candy bars from the store, let me steal some drinks. No, how about let me get access to your bank account so that I can clear out everything in your checking account and clear out everything in your savings account, so I can clear out shit out of your trust funds. You motherfucker are the face of the real criminals, because you destroy lives too. You're no better than some murdering thief who just breaks into people's houses and takes everything and kills them. What makes you any different? When you up here going around trying to hack into people's accounts and try to set them up as being sellers so that both parties get fucked over, while you just laugh all the way to the bank. That's what this channel is about. It's about exposing the evils of this planet. Because I will not sit idly by and allow myself to be the face of crime All the while, the real criminals are walking around nilly-willy and being upheld to the highest, of esteems, as far as being the pinnacle, as far of being just the upstanding citizens of this country, whereas I'm the lowly, criminal and thug who's just part of the underworld, and I'm up here just doing all kinds of underhanded shit. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, that's you. You're again, you're projecting. You're projecting all of your bullshit onto me. Because, like I said, this type of shit it's a whole different, and I dare even say I would say a higher class of criminal, but there's no such thing as a higher class of criminal. It's just maybe a more intelligent form of criminal, but it's still criminal. It's still, you're dealing with, just a form of scumbags. And let me go ahead and get off, because I could rant forever about this shit. But just know this: it's incumbent upon me to expose you and to do what you motherfuckers clearly couldn't do for your own selves. But y'all on some tribalistic, and I understand the laws of racism and tribalism. Turds of a feather do indeed shit together. You got motherfuckers out here can't speak one Indic language, but just by the default of being in, like I said, same goes to the other tribes. You got motherfuckers out here who can't speak a word of Spanish, but just by the default of tribalism will be sticking to the little group of Latinos. Can't speak a word of Spanish. Turds of a feather flock together. But know this: it is incumbent upon me to take all of your little failures, as far as what you failed to do as a community and what you failed to do as a people, for your own people, mind you, and provide something to the world that you motherfuckers clearly can't do. And when I do it, I'll be well versed in these little Ponzi schemes that, I fell victim to, just a few days ago. And so many people before me have fallen victim to, and they weren't able to recover, or if they were able to recover, it took far longer than it will for me to recover. Because again, I get paid next week. And I don't have anything in savings. And like I said, you didn't get my bank account. And I was wise enough to take out my bank account while all this was going on. So all you got was a little measly $400. I've seen people get scammed for way more, thousands, 10,000, in the 10,000s, 45,000, getting scammed out of their money, hard-earned money, savings. A motherfucker like you, a snake motherfucker like you, come in and just snatch it. It could have been somebody's inheritance. It could have been their stocks, investments, bonds. Motherfucker like you, just a motherfucking snake just like you, will come in and take it. But you want to make me out to be the face of criminality. You want to promote me as having the utmost of vitriol amongst you people. Make that make sense to me, because as far as I'm concerned, that don't even make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, how do you even justify your vitriol, your anti-black vitriol for me, when you're doing shit like that? You might as well just come out and say it. I'm a piece of shit. But hey, I'm going to stick to my own kind. I'm going to stick to my own race. And part of that means I'm going to have anti-black vitriol, even though I know for a fact my people ain't shit. My people resort to all manners of just fuck shit. Immoral, sociopathic snake shit. You might as well just come out and say it. That way, when I'm promoting the languages of your country, I can warn my students what to look out for. And I will tell them to be out on the lookout for motherfucker just like you. Alright, I'm out.